Hello and hello villagers from B-Mud Village, aka my subscribers. I haven't posted a video in a while, and the reason for that is because I moved. I'm a Texas rat now, and as you can see, it kind of settled. I have a desk right here. I built it myself. Took me a long time. Let's get back to the point of this video, okay? I'm still scared to be gay. I've always have been. For many years of my life, people have always questioned my sexuality. Questioned it because of the way I presented myself, or my mannerisms, or just basically by the fact that I don't do things that people would assume men or boys or males, whatever, would be into. And because of the assumptions, they're always like, oh, you've never been in a relationship because you're secretly a lesbian and you just don't want people to know about your girlfriend. Why I've never been in a relationship is because I'm aromantic. I don't want to be in a relationship, basically. For a long time, I presented myself more in a masculine tone or a tomboy. There were times where I tried to feminine up a bit because I love feminine fashion, but I realized I don't really want that for myself. I just like it. I thought since I like it, that means I must want to wear it. And then I found out I don't want to wear it, but I still do very much love feminine fashion. I just did stuff that people would be like, oh my gosh, guys don't like that, so you must be doing it for women's attention. But I always thought that those suspicions based off of stereotypes were stupid. Like, just because I do this and that, I am a lesbian. Those suspicions annoyed me because they had nothing to do with sexuality. You never see me do gay stuff, so how are you gonna assume I'm gay? Like, I didn't want them to be right about me being a lesbian just because of the way I present myself or certain things I do based off of lesbian stereotypes. And I also liked guys, so I was like, there's no way I could be gay because I like guys, so you're already wrong. For my whole life, I didn't want the assumptions about me to be true. For a long time, I've been repressing a part of myself, and it definitely didn't help that I was raised to be religious and be queer phobic and just love the sinner and hate the sin. Throughout my life, I went on questioning my sexuality so many times, but I would always like hurry up and push it away and repress those thoughts because I like guys, so what else is there to think about? It felt like I couldn't think of any possibilities of queerness because being straight is the default in society. It felt like I had no choice other than being straight. A lot of people would believe that being queer isn't scary anymore. It's okay to be queer, right? So why do you even still need Pride Month, or why are you even scared? Like, being queer is the new cool. And what they just don't know is that queer phobia still very much exists. And yeah, it's better now, but sometimes better doesn't mean anything. Better just means better, but doesn't mean things are good now. And people still have homophobic families, schools where they have homophobic friends or homophobic classmates. There's still like media bursting from the seams about how trans people are a threat now for some reason, as if they haven't been around for forever. People literally believe that people in drag are trying to prey on children. Like, what does drag people have to do with anything with trans people? Yeah, there's trans people who does drag, but drag is not being transgender. What does drag people have to do with this? Did people forget people were trying to pass bills into schools about checking kids' pants to make sure they're not transgender? Like, I don't even know. What the hell was that even about? That was fucking weird. Like, did people forget that happened? And they're talking about trans people are preying on kids, okay? The people who are against trans people are the one preying on kids, trying to check into their pants. I don't know if that was fake news or not, but it was someone's idea, and it was someone's idea that was being passed on a lot. And you know that most of the people who say that trans people are a threat, they're all around homophobic and queerphobic altogether, but being transphobic is the new cool. They're too afraid to say what they fully believe in because being homophobic isn't cool anymore. So they can only say they're transphobic, but once you get them to start talking, you know, you really start to get an idea that they just want all queer people to not exist. Because Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve, who fucking cares? I don't know. They just like, yeah, Adam and Eve, of course that's where the way God intended. And it's just like, shut up. Of course we needed Adam and Eve to make babies, but also men have a G-spot in their butt. Something was meant to go in there. Who cares about the first people on earth? God also said incest is wrong, but the way for Adam and Eve to repopulate, there would have to be a lot of incest. I don't want to believe that we all came from incest. Also, that wouldn't make sense because we have so many different looking people. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. There's still queer phobia all around us. Queer people are still being bullied and attacked. When I'm out in public, sometimes I still have this fear someone, usually a man or a group of men, is going to jump me for being queer looking. And I have that fear because of the whole homophobia and queerphobia is boiling up again. The Christians have uprisen. Like, where do they come from? Why are they so loud? And of course, obviously not all Christians, but most of them. Like, most assholes I've ever met are Christian people. I used to be Christian, by the way, and I also was a little bit of an ignorant asshole. My mind went back to this place in the past where people used to get bullied and jumped in school for being gay or queer or anything like that, or even just queer looking. That's where I feel like we are back at it again, where people are just getting attacked for their sexuality. People out here just really don't understand the horror of being queer. Like, people are like, why are you putting it onto the kids? Because queer people used to be kids too. We want to be the support for the kids that we used to be. You know what I mean? We want to be the ones that are like, it's gonna be okay, or you're safe here. Like, we're not trying to pervert them or sexualize them because that's freaking weird. We're just trying to be the safe space that we wish we had. Like, because of the whole queers are threats to kids thing, and that's been like a thing for the longest, but it's like blasted now again. Like, it was a little bit pushed down for a little while and now it's blasted back up. I've always been afraid to even like look at people's children because I'm afraid that they'll think I'm some creep or something because, ew, this queer person is looking at my child. They must be a pervert. Queer people still feel judged by the public, judged by family members, being abandoned by loved ones, or having to push yourself away from loved ones because they're queerphobic. Like, it sucks. Not the queerness itself sucks, but the societal treatment that you get for being queer fucking sucks. Like, you can't even be yourself in front of certain like queerphobic people because they're like, why are you trying to shove your gayness down my throat? And I'm just like, I'm gonna shove a knife down your throat. What are you talking about? And yeah, it could be worse. Wow, being gay now is better than it was being gay in the past. Wow. Especially if you grew up in an environment or family that was not supporting of it. They think that being gay is a mental illness. I don't know. Like, you could be having the best life ever and they're like, just you wait. You being gay, it's gonna catch up to you and you're gonna have the worst life and you're gonna die and you're gonna burn in hell forever. Okay, man, I hope I have marshmallows in hell because whatever. If I go there, I deserve it, but it's not for being gay. So shut up, or I'm gonna stab you. And being the queer one in a family of anti-queer religious people, it automatically makes you the black sheep of the family. And I never really felt like the black sheep of the family because I'm, you know, the goody two-shoes, or I'm the one that always got good grades. You wouldn't label me as the black sheep. A lot of people would think or have this thought that being the black sheep of the family is cool. Like, in the movies, being the black sheep is like, you're a rebel and stuff like that. And it's like, look at me. Do I look like a rebel to you? Maybe a little bit. Being the black sheep of the family isn't cool. Then you have no choice but to distance yourself from your family because it's painful. Almost every moment that they can, they talk about how being gay is a mental illness, that it's something you can overcome if you truly love God, or you're gonna burn in hell forever. And you're just to this point where you're just scared to be yourself around your own family, around the same people you've grew up around your whole life, and even around certain friends or best friends. You're just scared to really be yourself because you have these different moral beliefs. Like, ethics is not really something you can look past in a person, you know? Like, if you don't share the same ethics, that's not gonna really end well. All in all, I'm bisexual, possibly even pansexual, and I've only come to the realization 1 or 2 or 3 months ago. I don't even know. I'm just gonna say pansexual. I've been going by pansexual because I've realized I don't think I really give a shit about what's in people's pants. Like, having my first gay experience in middle school, and there was this one girl and I was entranced by her every time I saw her. I don't want to go into too much detail because I'm just a little weirded out to talk about it because it was middle school and I just don't really like talking about people like that, you know, so publicly. But she had a very nice appearance. I didn't really know her personally because I've always felt too intimidated to talk to her, and just being around her it always felt like too much. Like, I felt like I couldn't really breathe around her. There was just one moment I was just walking behind her and I was just like, I don't want to talk about it. You get it. You get what I'm talking about. Also, for a long time, I don't know if anyone's ever felt like this or ever said this to themselves. I would say that I feel gay. It almost felt like a joke. I don't even know, but sometimes I'll just laugh and be like, I feel gay. Like, what does that even feel like? I don't even know. It's just sometimes I was just be existing and I'm just like, I feel gay. I would just laugh it off. It's almost as if deep down I knew I was queer, well, in this case gay, but I didn't want to admit it, or I was afraid to admit it because, like, what does gay even feel like? But I feel gay. Does that make any sense? I don't even know. And, you know, in the past 2 years is when I started opening up, like, myself to the possibilities of other things about myself that I've been repressing for a long time. Since I've done that, I've like learned more about myself, and I just found out that I'm pansexual. But then again, I'm not experienced enough to really know fully like what's going on. So I still have more to learn about myself. A lot of loved ones are upset that I've changed, and they still have hope that I will change, or hope I would go back to be who I used to be, even though I didn't like who I used to be, and I'm happier about who I am now, but they're not happier with it. Like, there's still time and there's still some strength building I have to do, and I'm trying to get more queer friends, or queer accepting friends, but mostly queer friends. I do know that one way that I'm trying to be more open about my queerness is obviously like by the way I present myself, like doing all the like, I'm not afraid of being a stereotype anymore, but it's just, why should I be afraid of being a stereotype? Because if you fit the stereotype, that's just what it is. Anyways, thanks so much thanks for listening to my yappering. Since I'm at a bit of a shift in my life right now, I don't really know how often I'll be able to post, because I don't want to give up doing YouTube, because I just love it. I love making videos and I love posting it, and I love seeing what this little community is talking about. So please leave a very cool like and leave a comment if you know, relate to anything I said. If you want to stay in the Be Mud Village, you have to like and comment and subscribe, or we're gonna eat you, because we're all cannibals here on Be Mud Village. Please subscribe also, because I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm already like pretty close to like around 700, and that's really amazing, and I'm very thankful for it, of course. But I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers, because hopefully I can start making money from these videos, and that would really help me out, because I just moved to Texas. It's my first time moving out the family home. It's a struggle, okay? It's a struggle. I'm not sure if I want to open like a Patreon, but It's on my mind. Thanks for watching. Bye.